The Garten of Banban Chapter 2 has just released its new trailer, and despite all of the hate the internet gave Chapter 1, it's undeniable that Chapter 2 is looking good. The guys over at Euphoric Bros have put a lot of effort into this one, and we can see that in the secrets in the trailer. So without further ado, let's jump into this. I've got 10 secrets that I've picked up from the trailer, so starting at number 1, the different colors of the mascots. In Chapter 1, we see that the mascots are represented by their different colors, but in Chapter 2 it seems that they're going to start doing versions of the mascots. These versions based off of different colors. We see this the most and straight away in the trailer with Captain Fiddles. And you might simply say, that's Captain Fiddles' crewmates that he's sacrificing. But when we jump to the end of the trailer, we also see this little guy, a variation of the color of the Opila bird, albeit a baby version. And there's this big entity thing, which to me looks like a version of maybe Jumbo Josh, but a scuffed version. All I'm saying is don't get used to the colors of these characters. And that takes me on to detail number 2. Another detail I found on these guys. We can see that Captain Fiddle's crew members are being experimented on. There's one that looks like it's being taught in front of a whiteboard, one that's in a medical bed, and one that maybe died. On top of all of that, we can see some stitching in their back. Is this another case of putting something inside, like the soul of a dead child? Who knows, we'll find out soon. What's even weirder is this sign on the wall. It shows what it takes to make this green liquid, which includes Captain Fiddles himself as well as his crew. It's almost like you have to extract the blood from all of them to create this green liquid. On top of that, you can see yourself actually extracting it. Look at this cylinder, it goes up. So what is the importance of this green liquid? What are we going to use it for? Or why do the people in the factory want to use it as well? Is it some kind of serum? Is it what creates Jumbo Josh? Or is it just some alcohol that they like to get drunk off of? Could it be that they needed the souls of children or children's organs to make more iterations of Captain Fiddle's crew so that they can start extracting the blood from them to make this green stuff? We'll find out eventually. So on to detail number 3. We've basically figured out one of the mini games already. You can see it from the signage over here. Only one cannon can be fired at a time. The timer must not run out. So clearly this is going to be a mini game where we have to turn the timer on and aim these cannons at the buttons. We probably have to be a bit of a speed demon and run around and trigger the cannons as quickly as we can. And then hopefully it might open up this chest, which, let me guess, gives us a blue key card. Anyway, let's jump on to detail number 4. We've got 2 new family members. So basically 2 new mascots. And we see it right at the end. We've got this brown guy on the right with a sheriff star and a cowboy hat, and this creepy ass looking yellow snail. And they seem to have their own doors as well. Not too much information is given about them, and if I was to hazard a guess about their names, I'd call this one Slow Joe and this guy Shootin' Tootin' Putin. I don't know, man. We'll find out soon enough. But I want to get over with this detail because I want to go on to the next one. Detail number 5. A 3rd new character. And no, it's not part of the family. If we pan to the left, we can actually see that there's another member here. We see some blue squiggly arms, kind of like tentacles. And for some reason, they're not considered part of the family. And we even see this figure stalking us throughout the gameplay. Reminds me of Chapter 1 when Opila Bird was doing a similar thing. So is this friend or foe? Because the family members haven't been friends, so does that mean this one might actually be our friend? I guess we'll only find out once we start. But there's something mysterious about this tentacle one. What's also weird about this blue guy is that he has his own door. And if he has his own door, that means that it was created by the factory. So I don't think it's a rogue monster. It's definitely been acknowledged at some point, but it just doesn't fall within the family. Maybe within the story of the family, it counts as the antagonist. Plot twist, it ends up helping us the most. Anyway, on to detail number 6, the customizable drone. Now we know the drone is our best friend in this game. It's our main tool, kind of like your Fortnite pickaxe. And I really hope this isn't a battle pass thing, but you're going to be able to customize your drone. And I noticed that the drone colors seem to be based on the characters within the game. You know, the family members, as well as some of their garments. Like here we can see Slow Joe's color, along with Banban's hat. And over here Jumbo Josh's color, with Shootin' Tootin's hat. So I think that'll be a fun little detail. Anyway, on to detail number 7, the baby Opila birds. Remember when we made Opila fall to her death? We did something before that. We gave her 6 eggs. Now she ingested those eggs, and now at the end of the trailer, what do we see? 6 baby Opila birds. There is no way in hell that these aren't related. I'm theorizing that when Opila fell, maybe she did die, but these little things are gonna take revenge for her because we killed her mama. But she kind of killed herself, you know, she fell off. And she was trying to kill us. So I think it's fair. So let's eat these little chickens in chapter 2. But in terms of this one, I'm not sure why the color is different. Maybe it's gonna be a good one. Who knows? Anyway, on to detail number 8. The backrooms room. So I think this room probably shocked everyone the most. I mean, look at it, it's dark, it's huge, and there's an even bigger monster just staring at us. And I feel like there's a bunch of Easter eggs in here that I still haven't found, but the two that I did find in here were this. What looks like an ever-expanding facade of a building looks exactly like the backroom's ever-expanding facade. Now, I don't know exactly which level or floor in the backrooms this is, but we've all seen this room before. It's clearly a reference to it, and I'm sure the intention is exactly the same, to create a liminal space that freaks you out. And on top of that, there's this guy. I feel like Jumbo Josh had a baby with Ambush, and this is what came out. I feel like it's a reference to some of the entities within doors. I mean, look at it, it looks like Ambush's face. Just a little bit scarier in my opinion. So if that's anything to go by, I think this next chapter is going to be a lot scarier than chapter 1, because it looks like things get a lot darker and a lot deeper. You'll always win me over with backrooms references. Now on to detail number 9, Jumbo Josh's hand. Now at the end of chapter 1, that annoying Jumbo Josh pulls us down, and for some of the marketing posters for chapter 2, we can see Jumbo Josh on the ground in the background. So it kind of looks like he took the L and maybe died. But something you may not have noticed in the first few seconds of the trailer is while we're being chased by White Banban, formerly known as Bambalina, this big green thing comes out of nowhere. But when you slow it down, you can see that it's a Jumbo Josh's hand. He's trying to give us a quick right hook in the face. So clearly he hasn't died, or there's multiple Jumbo Joshes. Jumbo Josh-I don't know. But one thing I know for sure is that he's annoying as hell and I want him to die again. And onto the final detail, which I found the scariest. Don't turn around. Everyone saw this creepy note saying behind you with a smiley face. And I know that's enough to send a shiver down anyone's spine, especially when you're traversing through a creepy-ass abandoned kindergarten underground facility. But one thing that wasn't as easy to notice in this scene was the writing on the wall. Wait your turn or everyone falls to their deaths. Now that could be a simple cautionary message, but what that reminds me of is the secret message we found in chapter 1. What sounded like children playing around, and then suddenly the fall happens, and you hear everything breaking apart. I feel like this is a callback to that incident, the big fateful incident that started this whole thing, of making the children disappear. Did all of the children fall to their deaths? What really happened in this facility? Because it seems like there's so many references to that moment. Let me know your thoughts on what happened. But before I go, I've got an extra one. Detail number 11. I have to give credit to one of my subscribers for pointing this one out to me. So thank you very much, Questy the question mark. But why is there a door on top of Slow Joe's door? It's not like there's a platform that you can stand on to get to this next door. It just seems like there's two doors on top of each other. I'm curious to see what this one's about as well. So let me know your thoughts about that one too. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to my second channel, Aeroga. That's where I do all of my playthroughs. I've already done chapter 1 there, the secret door, and I'll be doing chapter 2 there, as well as every other fun horror game you want to see. But that's all I've got for today, so see you later, and I hope you enjoyed that. Goodbye.